Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Like now? Right now?
Like I'm recording right now.
Like right now?
Yeah.
I'll be right.
Now.
Now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Now. Like now? Okay.
I swear to God, if you don't start, I'm going to stop again.
Welcome back, Inebri-art listeners. Welcome back to this week's podcast. And we're just here to mention a quick little blurb. To this month's, our sponsor is Kristen Winkelbauer of B-Box. And the B-Box is a quarterly subscription service where you can get, it's all sorts of prints, artwork, keychains, these cool like wooden laser cut pieces of art that Kristen herself does all the art behind this. And there's several steps to each one. There's a $15, a $25, a $35, and a $45 price point for each box. And obviously the more expensive the box, the more cool stuff you get inside. And it's just got a whole bunch of prints, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff that you can appreciate her art. She does really beautiful work, and so she's our sponsor. She sent us a couple of B-boxes to give away at our events this month. So if you attend the craft beer coloring or a life drawing, we're going to have a chance to give away a B-box. And we also have a little gift bag that we have to give away also at those events. And we have the Queen Bee box, which is the $45 price point on that, the deluxe box. And that will be added into our prize package for our Facebook followers. So if you already follow us on Facebook, you're entered. If not, make sure you follow Inebri-art on Facebook, and then you'll be entered into all our drawings. And make sure you check out Kristen's artwork at, just search for Google the B-Box and check it out. And if you don't want to subscribe on a quarterly basis to this, you can even just buy it one time, give it to a gift. I think it'd make a great gift. So check it out, the B-Box. Thank you, Kristen, for being our sponsor. And let's get into the podcast.
So basically, he ends it. He's like, "I'm so disappointed / surprised."
Oh yeah, I'm like, I'm really impressed and disappointed because you were very professional. Not what I was looking for.
I love it because I listened. So when I found out I was going to be on this, I listened to all the interviews like that of people that I knew.
Yeah.
And you're in the background of like all of them.
Yeah.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Like bringing a beer
or like coming downstairs and just like...
And he's always like, well, Angela's giving me a dirty look right now.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah. All the time. You come down here all the time.
When Tatum said you're amazing, you're like, oh, can you tell Angela that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
And then this week's episode, there was like, you came down and I'm like, oh, because you had spilled beer on your pants, and you're just wearing like black pants. And
I couldn't tell because it was
you're
black
like
pants.
Showing us your leg, and we're like, "That's great, thank you."
Yes, that one. Yeah, that was another one I listened to. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, the hate is strong with this one.
No hate. There's no hate.
There's no hate.
I'm just kidding. And he was like,
you're just like a character on our podcast now.
He made it seem like we like catfight every time we see each other. He was like,
because we kind of catfight every time we see each other.
But it's like such like a loving, joking thing, and like you just made it seem like I'm just such a cunt.
Dropping a hard C, dude.
First of all, I never said cunt.
It was
implied. You have now?
Yeah.
I have now.
Dropping a hard C.
Yeah.
Hey, put it where it's deserved.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry I wasn't earlier. I didn't realize you guys were going to be going earlier.
I was like,
apologize.
I kept like.
Well, we had her episode.
You should have messaged me.
No, but we had her episode.
Oh, word! I would have been here though to like make faces at you.
I know that. I was telling people, like the couple people I told about, I was like, if I could pick anybody in fucking Plymouth to do it with, I'm like, so I would have picked Jordan.
Dude, I would have been here sooner. I could have been too. I went by Speedwell and I started working. Shit.
I wanted to like.
I'm the worst.
Because I thought you said you were going to be here at 5:45.
Did I?
Yeah.
I may have did that.
So I didn't want to be like, yo, where the fuck you at? Like, you know what I mean?
I was at Speedwell at 5:45. But damn it, I'm the worst. I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
There's
You
love
came
there.
here and
There's
gave.
There's
love
so
there,
much
I can
love.
see it.
There's so much love. Well, I hope there's some coming back.
Oh, are you Stop. Are you kidding me?
So, welcome back, Inebri-art. This is the Inebri-art podcast. I'm Andy, your host, and we are here with Jordan, the owner, head chef guy all around at Speedwell Tavern. And the other voice you heard is a previous guest, Angela.
It's my hype woman.
Bay State Brewery Tours.
Right there.
So she's gonna, I guess, kind of sit in here, and I'm
I'm
sure
just
she'll,
drinking beer.
I'm sure she'll just pipe in as she feels like it. We were at the Craft Beer Cellar on Main Street in Plymouth, where we always record. And welcome, Jordan.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. And see, listeners, I told you she wasn't nice. I told you.
For the record, I didn't know anything was being recorded.
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, has that all been on?
Yeah, that's been on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The hard C.
The hard C.
No,
Yes.
Listen,
You can't take that off
I
the
take it back.
record. No, what's carved in
Yeah.
stone stays
Yeah.
in stone,
Can I
dude.
rewind it like the demo tape?
It's,
No.
it's on the cloud now.
Drop the hard C, dude.
Everyone knows.
You
I love
both
it.
did.
I know, but I only did because she did.
Oh, yeah.
It was a paraphrase.
I only learned. I didn't say
Parasine.
it. I
It
didn't
was
say
locker room talk.
I
okay?
repeated
Yeah,
what
right.
she said.
What
So-
stays in the basements,
So Jordan is the owner of Speedwell Tavern. He came to one of our life drawings.
I did.
And hopefully had a good time.
I will be back. I
Got
actually
a sketchbook, right?
I got a sketchbook
Nice.
from
Airship Notebooks.
Airship Notebooks.
Yeah, have you used it yet?
Actually, you want to hear something pretty curious?
Sure.
Is I am actually a justice of the peace.
Okay. And you
I'm doing
married the Notebook?
I married the Notebook. I'm actually marrying my cousin and his longtime girlfriend next Saturday.
Yep.
And you can't just, I type everything out on Microsoft Word, and you can't just stand up there with a freaking piece of paper you had crumpled up in your pocket.
Right.
So I'm using
The
Notebook as my sort of...
Because it's a really nice book.
It's beautiful. I got the brown one.
I'm sorry, they don't have brown. It's chestnut.
I'm sorry, I got the I did. You know what? Thank you. Sorry, I put the errors in my ways. I got the chestnut one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be standing up there and using that as my folder before I throw any drawings in it.
Nice,
so,
nice.
Yeah.
See if you can get me a picture of that, and I'll send it along to them. That'd be kind
I'm
of cool.
sure there'll be plenty of pictures.
Nice,
I'll make sure
nice.
you get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you've been interested in several of our events, and then you showed up, and I'm like, I remember seeing that guy from Facebook, whatever.
That's me.
And then I realized you were the owner of Speedwell, and I'm like, shit, we got to get that guy on.
I try not to make it known.
Yeah, you're pretty low-key.
incognitus.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know Caitlin and obviously Matt Audette
and Jeff
and Kyle.
Of
and
course.
so how do you know all of them except for Jeff? No, Jeff was a member. Yeah, every one
Jeff
of those
was
people
there,
have been
yeah.
on our podcast. So how do you know all our podcast guests?
This is a sweet ass town, man. I came in here as sort of an import.
Where are you from originally?
Fall River.
Yeah, okay.
The
Riv?
The Riv. The dirty Riv. I came in here as sort of an import about 4 years ago when we were working on the construction over at Speedwell. And over the
Speedwell's been here 4 years?
It'll be 4 years in November, but it took a little while to build it up.
Sure.
So over the course of time, once we were open for a little while, I'm working kind of every aspect of the place. I got to know some people, and there's a crew of people all around the same kind of age.
Yeah.
Like Matt, Audette, and Kyle Powers, and Matt's actually playing music at my place right now. And they all have this same circle. It's so tight. And you meet one, you kind of meet them all. And they all have the same level of character. They're all just salt of the earth, solid people. And Kyle's now, one of my tattoo artists. Nice. If not my tattoo artist, because my original guy just had a baby. And he's busy now. So
nice.
Just got a fresh ink from Kyle. And man, I went to school for art, and I've been dying to kind of find another outlet besides crushing beers and serving chicken wings. And saw your deal, and
nice.
I was really happy I came by. It was awesome. I actually was just with Carl. I was like, hey, dude, you got to do this more than once a month. The real life, the live model shit.
Everyone says that, and we're talking about doing it. It's one of those we don't want to... you don't want to serve the chicken before it's done. We don't want to get to that point. We don't want it to be. We don't want people to get to that point where they're like, I can't tonight.
Right.
I'm going to go to the next one.
That's a good point.
It's right now it's something special.
You're right.
And people make it a point to go.
Dude, that's a really good point.
But that being said, we're hitting like 30, 35-ish people. If that starts to become the norm, okay, then we can do twice a month.
And I'm going to make a point in contrary.
Okay.
The last one was on a fucking Tuesday.
Yes.
And they're usually on a Monday.
On a Monday. Yeah. And the fucked up thing about that is a third of those people have never been before.
There you go.
So that's one of the things that we said is...
Don't switch the day.
But this is when we get to the point where we're adding a second one, we'll do the second one on a different day.
There you go. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
So then you get people out of their routine and whatever.
Or the people who are like, I've
can't
always
make it on a
wanted to
Monday."
go, but I work Monday nights. Yeah. So.
And I was planning on going on the Monday, and I was ready to go, and I looked, I'm like, thank God I went on your Facebook, and I'm like, oh, shit. They moved it. And
Carl emailed me Saturday.
Yeah.
And he's like...
Kid. Hey, kid.
No, he's like, you realize you don't have Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? And he sent me the original email I sent him back in January with all the dates.
Yeah.
And I hit 6-6 instead of 6-5.
It happens.
And I'm like, fuck!
Right. Hey, can you imagine doing this? You want to feel better about it? I book the bands over there.
Yeah.
And I do that shit all the time because I use the Google thing. Dude,
Yeah.
I'll double book bands all the time. And they show up with all their equipment, waiting for a paycheck, and they could have booked somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so about that. All right, I screwed this band last time. Can I screw you this time? I've gotten a lot better, don't get me wrong.
We've never double booked a model, but I thought I did once because this beautiful blonde girl comes walking in, and I'm like, hey. And she's like, hi. I'm like, are you here for the drawing thing? She's like, yeah. I'm like, to draw? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, thank you.
You stereotyping.
But yeah, it was just like,
That's awesome.
I didn't really recognize her. Yeah. And that she was actually the first one. I'm like, how'd you hear about us? And she's like, oh, my boss told me. And I'm like, who's your boss? And she told me, and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
No shit.
Yeah, and now it's to the point where people show up all the time.
Things are working out,
And I'm
man.
like, I don't know how you found us. Like, I saw it on Facebook. So-and-so told me about it. And it's really growing.
It's so cool because, and I'm a rookie. I've only been to one. But I'll tell you, I went to art school for 4 years.
Which school?
Bristol Community College.
Okay, sure.
So I wanted to be an art teacher, and the economy shit the bed, and I ended up in restaurants. I was in restaurants when I was 15, and just kind of stuck with that because I made money and I was pretty okay at it.
Yeah.
But I love drawing and I love painting. I'm an oil painter first, actually, and I don't really do it much these days. But befriending Kyle and seeing him sort of chase his dream of becoming a tattoo artist and succeeding, and he's so talented. Seeing that he was going to those every Monday, like religiously, every time you guys had one, I was like, why am I not doing this?
Yeah, once he found out about us, he was there all the time.
Oh, that's it, dude. Yeah. And he's like, he preaches it. So I wake up really early every Tuesday for a networking meeting. It was tough because it was on a Monday night. Again, I was going to find a way to make it work. I live right across the street from New World Tavern. So no excuse.
Right, yeah.
Finally went, and it is the closest thing to an actual drawing class, minus the beers. The closest thing to an actual drawing class that you can go to without tuition.
Right.
$8 at the door.
$8, and you got a sketchbook.
Unbelievable. And I got a sketchbook. I wasn't even expecting this sketchbook that I'm using at a wedding, which is super important. So.
And the whole thing is based off of a actual life drawing class.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, we started the whole thing out of spite.
Really?
There's another group called Dr. Sketchies.
I never heard of it.
It's worldwide. They're all over the place. And I used to go to the one in Boston and sometimes the one in Providence. And I got to the point where I'm like, it's a bitch to get to either one of those.
Right.
And so I emailed Dr. Sketchies. And I'm like, I'd like to start a Plymouth branch. And they were like, no. You're within 50 miles of the nearest branch, which is Boston. And I'm like, it's Plymouth. I can be within 45 miles or 70 miles.
So they're going to limit themselves to a broad geographical.
Which I get it, whatever you want to. But, I mean, Plymouth literally can be 70 miles from Boston or 45 miles.
It feels like it's 100 miles from everything.
Right.
But
so I made that argument.
Easy way to get here. But.
And the woman's like, fine, if you get the sign-off from the woman that runs the Boston one, I'll approve it.
Right.
So I sent her a very nice email, been like, listen, I'm just going to pull from the Plymouth area, maybe the Cape, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, I get people from that area. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to fucking go that far.
Jesus.
So I had about a day of being like, this is bullshit. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need the Dr. Sketchies thing.
Right.
And we just started our own.
Good for you.
And You seen it? I mean, we changed last minute change, and we still had 24 people show up.
Right.
So, yeah.
And like I said, and the model changed.
Yep.
Like, you know, thank you very much.
We really have two things that we try to keep in mind. One, that everyone is equal.
Right.
If it's your first night drawn, we want you to feel as comfortable as if you're an industry professional, and we want quality models.
Oh, dude. And I don't know the model's name that you had last time.
Alessandra.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
She was awesome. And in that atmosphere, I got to imagine from being in our school, like, we had to be super silent.
Yeah.
And, like, some models had thin skin.
Yeah.
But not her, man.
No.
She was just like, whatever, man.
Yeah,
like,
we have a great group, and no one heckles, but no one's quiet.
No one's quiet. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And I love that she leaned over to, like, Caitlin and Jeff, and she's like, you made my ass look good. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I'm in the right place.
Yeah,
this is what I would hope.
It's a lot of fun. It's very cash. You know, this isn't supposed to be about us.
No, I like talking about you. I like talking about you guys. Let's talk about you guys. This is fun.
But the one thing I did notice about the Speedwell is you guys have art hanging up.
Hell yeah.
You've brought Caitlin's stuff in, who's been on the podcast before.
Yep.
I think you have a mural by Chris Stillman, right?
No, the mural on the wall with all the big one.
Who did that?
That's Kyle Powers.
That's Kyle. Why did I think that was Chris? I knew I had spoken to someone.
Yeah, that's Kyle.
I know why I mistook it because I was probably drunk.
It happens.
But yeah, you guys are very much into art, so it makes sense that you're an artist. And it's funny because when you guys first opened, I was there having a beer one night. Not trying to get anyone in trouble, but I did pass along the Inebri-art card. I'm like, oh, because they're like, oh, that one's done by the owner. And I'm like, oh, pass them along our card. So why didn't you call us?
Actually, this is awesome. This is a great setup. So, I have none of my art hanging up in the Speedwell. So,
was there one or was
there's nothing up there that's from me. I'm very self-conscious.
Okay.
Most of it's in my apartment because only my wife and I really see it, and my cats.
Who did the old truck with the skeleton in it?
That's a really good friend of mine, Ryan McPhee, out of
okay.
New Bedford, and he also did the really nice sunset that fits so perfect in that spot that it's in.
Yeah.
We sold a couple paintings of his. He's excellent. He's got a studio down in New Bedford on William Street, McPhee Paradise Studio. The dude, he lives off of art. He doesn't have like a part-time job, and I wish I was that talented and I could do that. But but I will admit this. Remember getting an Inebri-art business card?
Really?
Yes.
All right. So at least I didn't get anyone in trouble.
No, yeah, I do remember seeing an Inebri-art business card. I will be honest. And
you're probably like, "What's this bullshit?"
No. Well,
I would totally be that.
I like the logo. Yeah. It was definitely enough to. But here's the thing. This will make you feel a little bit better. Dude, like,
I'm just putting you on the spot. So I feel
fine. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's totally cool. I'm used to it. So I get like probably a dozen business cards a day from like bands and people trying to sell me like floor mats and fucking chef coats and chicken and
advertisements.
Dude, weird stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I get a stack of business cards and I just kind of look through them, and I usually the ones that look interesting to me I do grab and I put in my pocket and I bring them home.
Yeah.
What happens after that?
I'm just fucking with you.
No, dude, just do it. Hey, I'm here, right? Yeah. I'm here. And
so you guys have been in town 4 years. You have. I have completed your drinking challenge and had a glass, but I can't hit every bar all the time, so it kind of went by the wayside. Yeah. But for our listeners, they have this cool thing. There's a beer card, which that's all I wanted to do was complete the beer card.
Most people do.
And then they like assign you it's a hand-blown glass, right?
Oh, yeah. Talk about art.
Where'd you get those?
So, McDermott Glass Studio.
Okay.
They're on 10 Cotuit Road in Sandwich. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm a hand talker. 10 Cotuit Road in Sandwich. Thanks. And we've been working together from my previous restaurant management job, which we did something similar. We've been working together for about 6 years now, maybe 7.
Yeah.
But they're glass blowers.
They're beautiful glasses.
Oh, they're unbelievable. And they don't do like mass production. Like this is straight up like 4 people that work out of a backyard and hand blow glass every day.
Yeah.
And I come up to them and I say, "Hey, we had a glass blower that was doing it for us at a previous bar."
Yeah.
Rose Alley Ale House, which is sort of like the unofficial sister restaurant. New Bedford.
That's near the Whaling Museum?
You got it.
I've been there.
That's the one.
I've drank there.
Yeah. So you eerily probably feels kind of familiar. I mean, maybe not.
I might have had a few. I don't remember there being glass.
It looks a lot similar.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not so much now, but on the inside is.
Well, we're sitting outside because it's got a little deck.
They got a little deck now. That's new. That was after I left. But anyway, so we had a glass artist. See, I did it again.
I know, everyone does it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We had a glass artist, and she sort of went on hiatus, and we were like, well, shit, we got this mug club. We need 300 hand-blown glass mugs. What do we do? Just sort of a random conversation with one of my band guys that I played every Monday, Jimmy Decatur. He's actually playing tonight at Speedwell. Wow, that's weird. But he had a friend, Dave McDermott, in Sandwich, said, hey, listen, talk to him, yada, yada, yada. Hey, can you do 300 glasses? No, that kind of sucks. I mean, I got a month to do 300 freaking hand-blown glasses, but they pull it off, and they've been doing it. And it's been... Now they do 2 bars worth. I mean, ours is perpetual throughout the year. Rose Alley, it's once a year, and it's hundreds at a time. So they know it's coming.
Yeah.
Sort of around Christmas, they start working on them.
So do you redo the glasses once a year? Is that what you're saying?
Rose Alley does. Yeah. Rose Alley erases as many glasses, so they do theirs in just February.
Yeah.
You finish as many as you can in February, you get on there. If there's 700 people that finish in February, they all go up on the freaking thing.
Oh, okay.
But come next February, they all come down, and it starts over. What is this?
You know what it is.
Oh, no. So ours is sort of perpetual, where there's only 100 hooks up top.
Yeah.
And people come up and go down as, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. Like,
every week.
I finished it going, because at the time, I lived like 2 blocks from Lucioso's, and that was like my place because it was 2 blocks away.
Right. I love Lucioso's.
Yeah. Oh, good guys. And, then we worked with New World, and we worked with Driftwood, and it's like, I can only drink. My liver will only let me drink so many places. Mm-hmm. But I had to finish the beer card.
I just salute you. So when did you finish it?
God, it was a while ago. We, sorry, sidetracked. So we were at a life drawing.
Really?
And I was working on my beer card at the New World.
Yep.
And we went across the street with, do you know Jess? She used to be a bartender at Lucioso's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we went to your place afterwards. And we're all hanging out there. And I have my beer card. And anytime there's a beer card, I always try to drink around the IPAs because I'm not an IPA fan.
Okay.
She draws a giant, veiny dick on the beer card.
Was that yours?
Yes!
Wait, so you're an artist. If I would have sawn that and I'd known you, I would have thought you drew that.
It was a pretty good dick. It was a really good dick.
It was well done. Very well rendered.
Yes. So
a well-rendered member.
So I'm looking at it going, well, the fucking bartender knows how that happened, but I'm not coming back in here and asking for this beer card again.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah, so I had to finish it that night.
Because we go through them every day to double check them and shit.
That's too funny, because it was like 2 years, at least 2 years
yes.
ago. Yeah.
Oh, no, oh, that's a hard member to forget, dude.
Yeah, she did a hell of a job.
Dude, fuck. I thought, honestly, so every Monday night over there, and I was just mentioning because Jimmy D and Dan Burns play there, and like Kim's on the bar, and it's sort of been our like industry night, I guess. Mm-hmm. We always get the same crew over there. Kyle and all those guys I mentioned earlier are typically there on Monday nights.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle being an artist, and there's a couple other clowns that kind of come in that are good people.
I was over there the other day. I saw a couple things like pegged up behind the bar.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's a lot of Kyle shit, but it's also just practical joke shit. They just fuck with me.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure Kyle drew that dick. Basically what I'm getting to.
That's
like,
funny.
Because I come in, I'm there at like 5 a.m. on Tuesdays because I got that networking meeting at 7. So I'm like, I go in there early, I got all my shit done, so after the networking meeting I can kind of take the rest of the day off.
Right.
And the shit I come into on Tuesday mornings, it's before like we have like a cleaning guy that comes through like overnight and shit.
Yeah.
And like, dude, you ever want to see like a bar before it's open? Tuesday early mornings is where it's at.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone from Cheers rolled through there. Like, dude, it's like before the cleaning guy gets in, like there's oyster crackers on the floor.
Yeah.
There's beer mugs everywhere, and I'm like, what the hell happened? It's a Monday night. What the hell happened last night? So it sounds like you had some part in that.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was I just gonna say?
Sorry.
No. But Cheers. So New World. We have our craft beer and coloring.
Yeah.
There, and so it's something new that we started. So like we try to very much participate. So we're coloring, and I finished this page, and I'm like, this needs to go on the fucking fridge. Good coloring belongs on the fridge.
Hell yeah, of course.
So I wrote across it, "Suck it, Carl, heart Andy," and I stuck it on.
Come on,
fridge.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Kid, you can't be doing that.
But so, I mean, this has been very freeform. Not even really an interview. Obviously, you enjoy the whole community down here in Plymouth, and we talk about it constantly. Is it like that in other places? Like, what is so special about that Main Street, Court Street, Water Street area in Plymouth that
oh man, I could take
pulls
up
all the owners together?
I could take up the rest of the entire time talking about this, but and I mean no disrespect because I come from some deep roots. I've come a long way. I got deep Fall River roots. I worked at a place for 9 years. My first job was the Venus de Milo restaurant, which is Swansea, which is sort of like a county outside of Fall River. I got some deep roots there, and they still hang strong. I talked to a lot of people I still work with there. And then I moved over to New Bedford, and I ran a pretty prominent beer bar, very similar to Speedwell down there for about 5.5 to 6 years. Met some really solid people. Still talk to all of them, a lot of them. I met my wife there. We've been married for almost a year now, so things are still rolling. But, and spoiler alert, in October I am moving back to the New Bedford area because, her family's down there, my family's down there. We need to get closer to family. We're trying to start our own, yada, yada, yada. Adult stuff, which, sucks, but
grown-up shit.
It's awesome. It's the right thing to do, and, she moved up here for me. We've been up here for almost 2 years now. But, dude, Plymouth runs deep.
Yeah.
Like, people in Plymouth, I will say this. The first couple months, I was scared out of my mind once we opened because I didn't realize how, like, loyal people were to the places that were already here.
Yeah.
So, like, the new kid comes to town. First of all, I didn't grow up here.
Yeah.
And all the people that came to work for me weren't from down here.
Yeah.
So they didn't reject us per se, but we had to, like, earn approval. You know? And it wasn't like, don't come up here selling your bullshit.
I remember when you opened, I'm like, yeah, that's what we need, another fucking restaurant.
Right. Dude, and that was the perception, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it now. I was frustrated and a little bit, like, nervous at the time because I was like, we worked so hard on this, and like, oh, once they get to know us, like, but like, why they're gonna come here to get to know you? Why would they do that? They already know Carl across the street. They already know.
They come there because they know Carl across the street.
Right, they know Carl across the street. They know Matt at Driftwood, who's amazing, and like, why are they gonna come to you?
Yeah.
So it took us a good 6 to 8 months to sort of like earn people's trust, and once we did, the rest is history. It's a big romantic story, but now it's like, damn, like I know I have to move out of town for a little while and I want to come back. I just like, there's something about this town. People are so sentimental, full of pride, loyal, and like, it's just there's like a real rah-rah feeling in Plymouth.
I moved down here like 6 years ago or so, maybe longer, and there's just something about this town now. And you hear a lot of people be like, oh, it wasn't like this before. So, it could be because I moved down here. I think that might be it.
You can take credit for that.
And it's just like everyone is trying to push the car.
Right.
Like everyone.
We're all going in the same direction.
It's like everyone's like, yes, this is all our thing.
We're all steering the same ship. Can
yes.
Take another boat joke?
Oh, there we go. So, yeah, for our listeners.
Autocorrect's awesome.
I sent Jordan here a text the other day that said, we were talking about him coming tonight. I said that I would plug I meant to type, I would plug the shit out of his restaurant called the Speedwell, which, a little history on the Speedwell.
It is the sister ship of the Mayflower.
Which turned around because?
It turned around. There's multiple reasons why, but mainly because it was taking on water outside of Dartmouth. I can get into the whole history if you want me to.
No, not necessarily. So I sent him a text that I thought said shit, but I said I would plug the ship.
How funny is that? So the Speedwell doesn't make it on the original trip because it's taking on water. What did it need? A plug.
Yeah.
And here's Andy, high and mighty, telling us.
Well, the best part is you're like, that's so funny. And I'm like, oh, I didn't fucking mean to do that. I mean, that was my favorite part.
Dude, it's like so many multiple layers of humor in that. And like, I was like, I refuse to believe you didn't do it on purpose. Like, let's just go with that.
Oh, yeah, he's not that.
I'm not that funny.
No. Yeah. So. Not on purpose.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we should keep it, though.
So, absolutely, we'll plug your ship. That sounds dirty.
Anytime.
So behind your bar,
right?
If you're facing the bar, it's up on the left-hand side. There's some sort of trophy with chicken on it.
Yeah.
What the hell's that about?
Oh man! All right, sweet. So, so we've done it 2 years now. We do a fundraiser for MDA with the fire department in Plymouth. Well, the fire departments everywhere are MDA supporters. So that's a muscular dystrophy association. So we pair up with them, and you'll get the sort of underlying layers of joke with this. But we do a spicy wing contest. So basically the fire department helps us put out the fire. You know?
Okay.
So that's kind of the pun there. But we do a wing contest every year. We did it in late March. And then we did it in late February. So this is...
I remember seeing it on Facebook.
Yeah. So it went really well. So basically people sign up. They have to sign a waiver. And they eat 10 of our spiciest wings. And they got to eat as many as possible in 10 minutes. And pretty much the first person that finishes either the 10 wings or the person that has the most wings finished in 10 minutes is the winner of that gross wing trophy. And it is...
It is kind of... gross.
It's kind of gross. And the people that make it, I ordered it from a company online, and they're pretty rad.
Yeah.
They do all kinds of custom trophies like that. Like, I had to go to them twice in a row. Basically what they must be doing is taking a fried chicken wing and throwing it in like a mold and like casting it in like this.
I suppose you could like cover it in resin and it's not gonna like rot. You know?
I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not a real chicken wing in there, dude. I really do.
I don't know. I think that'd be awesome.
Because I gotta hand them out. Like, they hang up for a year. Yeah. Like, the winner gets to display it, and then they take it home.
Oh, so your trophy sits there for a year, and then you get to take it.
Right. So that one that's up there
cool.
now is the second trophy.
Right.
So the person that wins gets to take the trophy home. They get a $100 gift card. They get a T-shirt. Then they get their picture with their flared up face after eating the wings hung up at the front of the bar. Yeah. So our first year winner was Steve Venturelli, and he crushed like all 10 wings in 5 minutes and 2 seconds. And we're like, all right. So this
I've seen people do those challenges, and I look at it and go, I can't eat any wing that fast.
Right.
You know?
But these people, like, they sign up like a month ahead of time and they train up for it. So, dude, they just go in there and, like, you ever see the Simpsons episode where he goes to the chili,
yeah.
No.
What is it?
It's like a chili contest?
Yeah, it's a chili contest. What
and
the fuck is that pepper called?
Oh, it's oh god, I can't remember.
Oh, the Guatemalan or something. Guatemalan insanity pepper.
Yes.
Nice. I got high five because it's too loud on the microphone. But
I'm also a Foley artist.
But yeah, he coats his mouth in wax and then crushes the thing.
Pours a candle in his mouth and just goes.
Trips his balls, talks to a coyote, and finds a soulmate. That's basically what we do. But yeah, I don't understand how these people do it, but they gear up for it.
Yeah.
Like we've only done it 2 years, so I say always. I've done it where I always did a wing afterwards. So if I'm going to create the sauce, at least I'm responsible for it. And every single time I cry like a goddamn baby. And I like spicy food.
Yeah. I like spicy food to a certain extent. Like, I want it to have flavor.
Right.
I don't want it just to be...
It's got flavor. The flavor is king.
Okay, so what's in the sauce? I mean, that you can tell us about.
I can tell. I don't care. I'll tell you pretty much everything. We buy a pepper extract.
Yep.
The hottest.
That's how he fucking knows Dave.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh yeah, I know Dave Flip.
For our listeners, we were watching a video, which you may have already seen, of me eating Carolina Reaper extract. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's this hot sauce guy. He's like, oh, is that the... I'm like, Dave Flip? He's like, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Dave Flip, man, Boston Ballistic. He's awesome. I met him through a friend, Bill.
The sauces are delicious.
Yeah, they are.
They're really good.
we were serving him for a little while. I dropped off a couple sample bottles, and you know, I admittedly kind of lost touch, so I got to reach back out to Dave. But he's blowing up, man. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we use a hot pepper extract. We use habanero, ghost
Kerosene.
pepper, kerosene. Every mistake the person that came to the bar the night before, we put that in the sauce. No, we harness that. We concentrate it. No, yeah, habanero, ghost chili, scorpion pepper, Carolina Reaper, and an extract blended with our house buffalo sauce, and a house buffalo sauce and smoked paprika. We add the smoke. We add the smoke a little bit, so you get the afterburn too. And you get the.
So I've been to a lot of wing places.
Yeah.
Locally. We talked about Lucioso's. There's
Fire in the hole.
what's the other fucking place in Marshfield?
Hell yeah, why not?
I can't remember. There's a place in Marshfield that does wings.
Marshfield.
There's more than there's like Marshfield.
Buddies. There's
Marshfield and
DJs.
Abington. No, they do basically pizza and wings, and they have like a bajillion different flavors over.
Paizangs.
Pizzangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot of homework.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. But you guys have one flavor that I've never seen anywhere else, and it's the Bloody Mary.
Oh, that's my baby. That's my
It
baby.
is fucking delicious.
Thank you.
And how did you come up with that?
All right, so
Other than drinking a shitload of Bloody Marys.
well, I love Bloody Marys, obviously, but what happened was I can't give you all the ingredients to what's in that. But basically, what I'll say
Hey,
is,
after we're done here, you want to go get some Bloody Mary wings?
Yeah.
I should have brought some. I didn't know that was your favorite. I brought some.
Well, you can talk.
Yeah, Angela.
Everyone fucking knows you're
Angela's
here.
here.
Apparently, you're a recurring
gonna
character
open
on
it.
the podcast.
Yes.
I am trying to let Jordan do his thing because I got so much love and respect. I'm not trying to interrupt his thing.
He's
I
the
want-
one who made me realize that you are a podcast character.
You are a podcast guy.
I did.
You need to be here every time.
I really didn't know that. I figured that.
Angela, I have no fingernails.
And she's the one who's like, I was in radio. That's why I'm so professional. And then she drops the C word, which is totally in the wheelhouse for our
First
podcast.
of all, asshole, you didn't tell me you were recording.
Didn't tell you last time either.
First of all, that's not my job.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when we're recording.
Okay.
After I talk for about 20 minutes, I look over at him and he goes, yeah.
That's what I feel like happens is like I like let my freak flag fly.
You
And
be
then-
yourself.
Freak flag. I like that.
See, but this
Yeah.
is
Good
beer name.
So this is the thing, and this is the thing that I've learned about podcasting. No one wants your radio voice.
I know, but I listened to Tatum's and she was like so professional and so awesome.
That's just
and I'm
Tatum
like,
all the time.
But Tatum's
though.
pretty professional.
Yeah, that's Tatum all the time. Well, you know, different.
Yeah.
We know a different Tatum.
Tatum's my wife.
I don't
know.
hang out and drink with Tatum. I just see Tatum I see Tatum professionally.
Well, I'm trying to.
It's the best.
You know,
Tatum's the best.
If I'm representing my business, I don't want to be like, hey, cunt.
Well, you were very professional. Now we're
you.
representing his business, so you can say what
Oh,
you
well,
want.
then,
You can say whatever, please.
motherfucker,
Involved.
I love it.
Bounce
So-
off. Let's go. Angela's part of this.
Oh,
No,
by the way,
I'm
my son listens to this
Oh.
podcast, so thank you for introducing him to the C
dear.
word.
Heard you mention
Go
that.
to bed.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. Oh, wait. No, it's Friday. He's at
Karate.
Rise Against.
Oh, even better. Might as well be karate.
You know what's funny is I was like super, even though Jordan's one of my best, I love him so much.
Why'd you trash talk him so much on your podcast
oh,
then?
fuck you. No, I did
Warranted.
not. No.
Because I was late.
No.
Yeah.
But it was like intimidating because it's like
She's like, I'm
here's-
not saying he's part of Al Qaeda, but I'm not saying he's not.
I gotta
See, and
stop
this
wearing
is
this
why-
turban, dude. I gotta stop.
This is why we fucking fight. You push
Out
me
of
and I push
control.
back. No, but it's like, you know, here's Mr. I'm like super young. Everybody loves.
I'm not that young.
Oh, stop! Shut up! You're like.
First of all,
like
you're on
6
my
months older than me.
podcast. You're clearly younger than me.
I'm not as young as Matt
if you've
and
listened-
Jeff, and they took you to school last week, bro.
Oh,
They just got out, so it's like 5 minutes down the road.
I went on like this total rampage of I'm not booking any young people, and then I booked this band that is like 14 to 18.
Oh, no. No, but I was super intimidated because I'm like, Jordan's like so loved, so well respected. He was just on
And I'm
Phantom
so
Gourmet.
handsome, so you're intimidated?
Yeah, it's the beard. It just flows. The goatee, the long goatee. What the fuck do you call that thing?
It's my beard.
No, but like he was
Would
just.
it be weird if I had a name for it? I'm like, I call it Steven.
I call it uneven.
What do you call it, like, Steven?
Steven.
No, but he was just featured on Phantom Gourmet.
I saw that.
I was.
Oh, Blue-Eyed
And-
Crab was too. I just saw that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But he's like a young, amazing, super hyper awesome young professional.
Like
and then
he's-
there's me that I just sell beer and bus tickets. I don't
If it's any consolation, I look at you that way. So I don't think I'm anything awesome.
Oh, stop.
Jesus
I'm just- I
Christ. Get a room.
I just show
You're
up
so
and-
awesome. No, you're awesome.
And for the record,
That's not how this podcast works.
I fry chicken and crush beers. That's pretty much what I do, guys. I'm not the Pope.
I don't know.
You're
Fried
the Pope of
chicken
Plymouth. How's
drives
that?
a bus.
Yeah, you drive a bus full of drug people. That's fucking. Come on.
I try. I mean, but
What, you try to drive? Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Sign me up.
But you guys know how fucking phenomenal this guy is. I mean, come on.
Actually,
No, we're just getting to
yeah,
know
we're
each
just
other.
Yeah, like,
this is
Stop.
like
Least
episode
second.
2.
This is barely.
Yeah.
Barely. I would say like episode 0.75.
Right, right.
Wow.
'Cause it was at
Like
life
you
drawing,
won
so
money.
Yeah, we
Stealing
like
it back.
we made eye contact a couple
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I thought he was flirting with me a couple times.
Didn't
but I
you
couldn't really
get
tell.
like a dick card?
No, I did
he
get a dick
did,
card.
You got a dick
he didn't know
card.
that was me.
I didn't know it was him. I thought it was Kyle, and I've been
And I
hitting on
didn't-
Kyle the entire
And
time.
I didn't know who he was.
I got a
didn't know
tattoo
he
from
existed.
Kyle. I would have got a tattoo from Andy if I thought he drew the dick.
I'll get a tattoo.
No,
of
it's
your
not
Don't
dick.
with
get a
you,
tattoo
you're
from
there.
me. Yeah. It was. Yeah, I didn't draw a dick. I'm not
Yes.
saying that I'm like
Yet.
below drawing dicks. I've done it.
I'll give you a dick to draw, my friend.
How many models did you ask for in the meantime? Is the question.
How many? What?
How many dick models did you require to
I
draw
don't
one
rec-
dick?
I can just look down.
Am I being real, Angela, or fake it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know, if you're making dick jokes
I feel like
in
you're really-
radio
yeah.
voice, it's,
Yeah, can you go back to your radio voice?
but only for
Oh,
songs.
yeah.
You know, Caitlin accused me of having a podcast.
You
voice.
do.
I don't think you have a podcast.
I don't think so.
No, I think you talk exactly the way you talk at the drawing thing, and this is short.
But
because
that's
I just met
business.
Andy.
But that's business.
All right, so I haven't actually. Yeah, you know what? I haven't really communicated with you outside of business, so maybe I wouldn't know. I'm not a viable.
See, you were on my side. Now you're just
I was, but
Yeah.
I mean, she's a powerful personality. I'm not going to fight her. She could drop the C word on me.
Now my son's gonna walk around saying it at school. Nice love.
Cunt chocula.
Oh my god. So I know
I've never heard that.
I don't know, but I know we have a lot of listeners. Well, we have some listeners. I know we have a lot of
Some in
artists.
India, some in
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
But I know we have a lot of artists that people. So fan art of Cunt Chocula, I would not be opposed to hit my inbox because that
Jordan
would
will
be
hang
fucking
it in
awesome.
Speedwell.
Next time I go to a life drawing thing,
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a bunch of fun stuff. I saw the model, but I just kept drawing
Cunt
Cunt
Chocula. I can't even imagine.
Next to his dick.
Oh, come on. So send your fan art to Inebri-art at yahoo.com
of cunt chocula.
of Cunt Chocula.
Oh, my God.
I need more
Jordan,
beer.
we should have had you on sooner.
Oh, dude. I can show up every Friday
I
if
feel
you
like
want me to.
See, this is what I thought. I was gonna have my boy here. We were gonna like vibe.
And I
But see,
I
do you
was
know what's
late,
so
but
funny?
I delivered. I thought I don't know. I thought.
Do you know what's so funny? This is the funny thing is like I expected this interview to go like that interview.
Yeah.
Because she was so professional. Let me tell you about my.
Oh, I'm
this
not
and-
professional
And
at
blah
all,
blah blah
man.
and blah blah blah.
No.
And I'm like, this is not.
Why
the
is there a
Angela
roll of
that-
toilet paper here?
You saw the fucking video of me like dabbing my eyes.
It's
And,
been
Yeah, what else were you dabbing?
Dude, I don't know.
Roll of toilet
I
paper.
thought there was a room of people. That's all he fucking had. I brought chocolate milk, so.
Put this in your mouth.
So I told I told Dave,
Thanks.
I'm like, so you know what do you bring in? Blah blah blah. He's like, I'm gonna bring you samples of the hot sauce. I'm gonna bring some extract. I'm like, I'll bring the milk. He's like, don't bring milk, bring limes. And I'm like, he's fucking with me.
Weird.
Yeah. See, right.
Right.
That's the same thing. So I'm like, I'm bringing milk anyways.
Yep.
Limes totally work.
Get out.
Yeah, they were great.
Really?
Yeah. Something about the acid breaks down whatever and
You know what?
chemically, and
You know
it
what's
worked really
funny?
good.
Ketchup. I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, so we had this dude do a wing contest at a previous place I worked at, and he crushed he was like a professional skateboarder. Fucking came in one night, half in the bag, and crushed 2 pounds of our Hellfire tenders. Basically, almost as hot as what we serve over at Speedwell. But I was like, no blue cheese, no ranch, no drinks. He's like, that's fine. Can I use ketchup? I'm like, yeah, all right, dude. Good luck.
Right, here you go.
So vinegar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you know how when you get squirted by a skunk, they say to like
piss on it?
With tomato.
No, that's a jellyfish.
That's jellyfish.
That's not a snake. It's a jellyfish. Yeah, piss on it.
Piss on all this.
You know when you get squirted by a skunk, you just run after it and piss on it. No,
You're like, I hit a skunk and my car smells. And just out there sitting on your car.
No,
I got this.
First you gotta catch
Donald Trump's tapes, okay?
First you gotta catch the skunk, then you gotta piss on
on
it, and then you don't smell anymore because now the skunk's No,
It's an
you take a tomato juice bath, and the skunk goes away. You don't piss on the skunk.
It's the most bizarre establishing dominance I've ever heard. Sometimes you chase that fucker down, you piss on it.
I can't, dude. I'm dying right now. Oh, fuck.
So ketchup.
Apparently acts sort of like that. So
it makes sense. Yeah.
The fucking skunk spray is super powerful and even supposedly if you get sprayed close, it burns. So if you take a tomato soup or tomato juice bath, it helps get the smell away.
Right, yeah, I've heard that.
I don't know the enzyme, fucking whatever it is that makes it work. But apparently with ketchup and olive, sorry, I still pictured you chasing after a skunk.
With the pants around your ankles.
Oh my god, come back! I don't smell like this anymore. It's like the hair of the dog, dude. You have to find that certain dog and put its hair in your wound. You get sprayed by a skunk, you have to hunt that skunk for the rest of your life, like Liam Neeson, and fucking piss on it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I told you this is not a Donald Trump tape. I apologize for the...
She apologizes
shit.
to all the skunks she's peed on.
My bad.
I don't know who you are. But I will find you, and I will piss on you.
Oh no. See, I ruined it. You should have just let me stay
No,
quiet.
you didn't at all. That was priceless.
This
I'm
is
crying
this is
right now.
great.
This is what we're looking for.
What the hell are we talking about?
I don't care. Let's talk about peeing on animals. This is the Piss on Animals podcast with Angela. And
Wait a minute. I wasn't talking about pissing on the animal. I was talking about...
Oh, the jellyfish thing.
Well,
So you're
Like
talking
peeing
about
on the person that got sprayed?
that's what was in my head, but
Yeah.
it came out like skunk.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
That was priceless. That's the beauty of this thing, man. Because you could have this conversation at a fucking bar, and we'd laugh about it, and the next day, you'd probably have 7 more beers, and the next day you forget about it. But dude, that shit's on record.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh about that again.
Or you try to explain it to someone
Right,
and they just don't get it.
It's not. You're not gonna get how the build up
Right.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. Hell yeah.
So yeah, this is pretty much our podcast.
I love it. I love it.
So where can people find out info about Speedwell? Is there a
mean-
website? I know you're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook. That is definitely the main sort of catalyst.
There's
to the
always
whole
pictures
thing.
of burgers and all
Yeah,
sorts
that's
of...
the easy thing, man. You can do it right from the phone. I'm usually in the trenches, so that's the easiest way. I mean, we do have a website. We don't update it as often, but speedwellplymouth.com, because some dillhole, when they found out we were opening up the restaurant, bought speedwell.com and held it hostage. Right, so Speedwell Plymouth.
Did they make an offer and you go, I'm not fucking paying that?
That's exactly what happened. Absolutely, yeah. And luckily my...
Did you pee on them? He's a skunk.
I haven't found them yet.
That was the offer.
I have a specific set of skills. I haven't used them yet, but I will find them and I will pee on them. But
What was that Conan thing? I poop on you? The insult the comic?
Triumph the insult.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
maybe
what
they-
was you talking about?
I pee on you.
I pee on you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Let's just start peeing
Yeah.
on
I got some
you.
chalkboard room in there. I could probably make that one. Buy this burger, I pee on you.
Fuck you if you say I have too many onion rings. Deserve all the rings. I want all 5 rings.
Exactly.
What the hell is that?
Cheers.
Cheers.
I feel like I missed a joke there.
His amazing
we were all...
Tom Brady burger is 5 rings high, and you just have to put all the rings in your mouth at the same time.
Because Brady's got 5 rings.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Goddamn food cost is going to go up when he gets 6.
Yeah, it's like a sports thing.
Yeah.
But it's worth the price.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
worth its weight in gold.
Absolutely.
Really?
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Very nice, because they are golden rings. We put a gold digger sauce on them. So.
Goat
Hell
for gold.
Yeah. The
Goat.
burger is not made of goat.
Yes.
See, we didn't even
Yet.
really... See, like, I invite
Goat
chefs on and we
cheese.
talk about, like, food and...
Ah, dude.
Didn't even fucking happen today.
No.
But, so if any of our listeners live in, around, or happen to be visiting the Plymouth area, because Plymouth 400 is coming up,
Yeah.
actually, we're recording with them next week. The Plymouth 400.
Plymouth 400.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be
Awesome.
fun.
Got a license plate.
Nice.
Represent.
If anyone's in the
Oh,
area, make sure you... Hey, I'm fucking talking here.
I just...
This isn't your pot. You had your time.
Go fuck yourself. You don't feel me? There it is.
So for anyone who's in the area, make sure you check out Speedwell. It's a great place.
Thanks, Andy.
Best wings on the South Shore.
We got voted? Yeah, that's right.
And the funniest thing is, this is how I explained it to someone, is there's all these places on Main Street, and there's a couple of places on Main Street, I'm not going to name names because I feel like that could be an issue if someone heard it, that are not far from your restaurant, that are known for... Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we all know.
And anyone who listening probably knows, that are known for having that I'm 21 crowd that cause trouble. It seems like your restaurant has a younger crowd, but doesn't want to fucking deal with those assholes.
Get the best bouncers.
Listen, well,
That could be too.
definitely
That could be
helps.
too. Yeah.
But they're there 2 days a week, and they do a good job on the busier nights.
Yeah.
I have a
But
my
you-
head door guy Chucky is the fucking.
Oh my god.
But
the man.
you're very much in proximity to those other the couple trouble places. But every night I've been there, everyone's been great.
Dude. If I could, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a weird sort of combination of things we're doing. I'm not telling anyone they can't come in. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's the bands we book, the company we keep, yada, yada, yada. But we went from, and as I said earlier, when we came into town the first 6 months and we were like, we've kind of felt like outsiders, rightfully so. We had to earn our way in. Now we feel like the in-bar. Like, we feel like we've earned everyone's trust, and, like, we're getting the quality people.
Yeah.
The people that led me to you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah. And that's the thing. And that's part of why I wanted to get you on here. Is everyone I know is like, I fucking love the Speedwell. I love the Speedwell. I love
Hell
the Speedwell.
yeah.
Jordan's great. I'm like, who the fuck's Jordan? That guy over there drawing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, really? No, and it's just, I've heard nothing but great things.
Right.
I've been there several times.
Thank you. Obviously, you completed a
uh,
card. You had to.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't do all 24 in one night.
It was probably like 2, maybe 3 nights. It was a few.
The 3 of us, me, Andy,
Yeah, we
and
went
Mike,
there
we just
not that
went
long
there
ago, yeah.
for our first beer out together. Just went to your establishment.
Nice. Hell yeah.
We could go again.
We can.
All right. Because I haven't eaten.
Speedwell's my home away from home.
Yeah, and that's
Slash
the
home.
one thing that I hear all the time is like the owners and operators of the area establishments are all like, "Oh, I'm going to Speedwell. I'm at Speedwell. I went to Speedwell last night."
Word.
And to me, that's when you know a place has kind of earned that.
It took a
know?
little while, but
Yeah.
I'm very friendly with you've had Carl on the show.
Yep.
I don't like to admit I hang out with his kind.
No one likes to admit
Right.
And
Him
But
and
I
his
do.
dad sneakers that
Yeah,
I make
those-
fun of him for.
his dad sneakers.
Oh my god, you've never seen his dad sneakers?
I try not to look directly at Carl.
Yeah.
Turn to stone.
Yeah.
Right?
Hawaiian
How do you think
shirts.
Plymouth Rock got that?
Hawaiian shirts, shorts,
that old.
and dad
Yeah.
sneakers. That's like that's his whole
I
mantra.
can totally see him in Hawaiian shirts.
Oh my, it's all Hawaiian.
Hey,
It's-
so when does this air? Because I have a little secret for you guys.
Oh my
regarding
god,
Carl.
tell me. Tell me.
I don't know exactly when this is going up.
3
We
weeks?
were discussing that. Well,
Give or
we've been
take.
discussing that because
All right, that's perfect.
yeah,
Okay.
it'll
Alright,
be
so-
at least 3 weeks.
At least 3 weeks?
Oh, yeah.
That's perfect. Because, all right, so Carl, you had mentioned in your podcast when you interviewed him that he talked about going to other bars and busting staff's balls. And
Oh, yeah,
yada,
yeah,
yada,
yeah,
yada, you
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So my whole staff knows Carl. He's a character. Carl spells his name with a K. For those of you guys that don't know, Carl with a K. But he also always wears Hawaiian shirts and New Balances and his scrunchy socks or whatever. But
socks.
he's a character, and in all the good ways, we all love Carl.
The best.
He's endearing. We do a staff meeting twice a year, once in the summer and once in the winter, where we close for the day, and the entire staff gets yelled at by me for a couple hours, and we all get drunk together. So this year, on the 27th of June, we are all doing a staff meeting, but we're all wearing Hawaiian shirts and New Balances and going on the Carl Crawl with a K.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We're doing the Carl Crawl, and he has no idea. And I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, you got to come out for the crawl, man. You got to come out on Tuesday.
Because he's already dressed for it.
Right. Right. And he's going to show up. We're all going to be wearing what he's wearing. Come on, kid. Are you kidding me? What is this? Yeah. But he'll love it, you know what I mean? He loves the attention as much as he hates the attention. But we love Carl, and that's why we're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we'll start at Speedwell, obviously, after the meeting and yada, yada, yada. But we're going to work our way up in a new world.
Yeah.
So he's invited to the crawl, but he doesn't realize it's like themed
I love
around
it.
him.
I'm showing
fantastic.
up. I'm showing up in a
We're going to do it every year.
Oh, my God.
The
But it
Carl
has to be
Crawl.
white New Balances. It can't be any New Balances. It has to be white.
Yes. They got to be lightly worn. Like he tried mowing the lawn, but got lazy like halfway through. And decided to crush a beer instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the man.
He's the best.
So Jordan, thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And I think we're best friends now.
I really do.
Yeah.
I really do.
It's impossible
handshake.
to meet Jordan and not want to be his best friend.
So a few things for our listeners. You can send your hate mail to Inebri-art@yahoo.com. God, I want hate mail.
Looking forward to
I
that
want
episode.
hate mail.
Dude.
I cannot wait.
Can I just send you some like fake hate mail?
Sure. You know what?
I don't know if I have it in
I
me.
thought about doing that to Jam Packed. So you can also find us on Twitter at Inebri-art. Like our Facebook page. Every 100 likes, we're giving away a prize package. We just got a Speedwell T-shirt to add to the prize package. And since you guys are talking about pub crawls, this may go up after, but I'm going to tell you.
Word.
So if you see me sloppy drunk in your place, we are doing, as far as I know, the first pod crawl. Ooh. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary, July 1st, which is a Saturday.
Congratulations.
Both of you guys are, thank you very much. Both you guys are invited. We're going to start at Luciosa's because that was like our first home here in Plymouth.
My dogs.
And
Great food.
we are going to drink our way through Plymouth as we record our anniversary episode.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
We've already talked to Tatum. We're stopping at the beer cellar.
So you're going to carry this giant thing?
No. We have a portable recorder.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're like budget. We're budget professional.
I did not realize.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna bring that with us, and we're gonna get like 3 hours of Fish recording in his pocket. And because I'm sure we'll start talking to someone, just fucking put it away.
Dude, that's awesome.
But yeah, we'll hit Speedwell, and
oh man,
yeah.
Do you know the date?
July 1st.
July 1st. You did say that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's gonna be a good time. So we'll at least expect to like crush a beer with both of you.
You go to his crawl and you switch off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do I have to get yelled at your crawl, or can I just stand behind you and be like,
Carl-
yeah?
Carl will
What
yell
you
at
said? You're like, who's that fucking guy?
But you know
don't
what's
explain
funny
who I
about
am.
Carl?
Don't show up for the staff meeting.
Oh,
You don't want to do that.
I thought I was gonna show up
fries.
drunk.
It's
You
weird.
know what's funny about Carl? He's an absolute...
Lots of things.
Well, he's
Looks?
an absolute sarcastically, lovingly a dick. If he likes you, and if he doesn't like you, he's like really nice to you.
You know,
Yeah, that's kind of how we work too.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean me and Andy's relationship?
Yeah.
That's not just you and Andy. That is
It's
how
me and everybody.
Andy interacts with all of
So
his
I used
friends.
to
Wow.
I used to run a team at Home Depot. I recently
Just 'cause you're the only
about
one
a year and a half
say
ago
it.
I left there, and I always told my people, I'm like, if I'm nice to you, that's when you should be concerned, because when I write you up, I don't want you to be able to like go to HR and be like, he said this, that, and the other.
Right.
And the people I like, I'd be like, what's up, bastard?
Right.
You know,
You are literally,
Yeah.
and I use this in the real sense, killing them with kindness.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, terminating them.
'Cause
Because
I-
if you were literally killing them with kindness.
Because
then
I don't
guess
want you to have anything against me, so I'm going to be nice to you.
Right.
Yep. If I'm an asshole to you, then
I feel bad
and
for
I
my
like you.
staff.
Other than Angela,
Listen,
I'm listening.
you're done.
Yeah.
You're done here.
I can't hear you. You're not in your radio voice. So, thank you. Huh?
She was on radio? You were on radio before?
I went.
She's got like this. She's like, oh, I was a radio professional, and
fuck
I've
you.
been in radio like 45 years, and blah.
No,
Yeah, it was,
my mother. I'll tell you after the podcast.
So, thank you, listeners, for tuning into this nonsense.
Thanks for listening to all
yes,
this.
and
Sorry
check
for
out
the
Speed-
cunt word.
Skunks.
check out Speedwell. Liam, you can ignore all those horrible things that mean lady said to me.
Old lady.
Look forward to the new wing sauce at Speedwell called Skunk Piss. It'll be next week.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Please,
Like your Trump. You posted the
Go Fefe.
Go
Fefe.
Fefe.
That's right. Yeah,
And I
it's
tried to order them.
Oh, we ran out
Yeah.
super fast.
Shut up! I heard it wasn't even a real thing.
No, it was real.
I was
Oh,
told.
you went in the day before it went on the menu. You were that
Me?
cool. You were like the hipster of wing sauce. It was cool. But it was cool. You knew about it way before it was cool.
Did you?
I'm sorry, but when my favorite restaurant owner posts a Donald Trump
Stop drumming on the
sorry,
table. It's
sorry,
not even
sorry.
your podcast.
Shut up. When my favorite restaurant owner posts a Donald Trump burn wing sauce, absolutely I have to get the fuck in there
It was
and
packed
put
with
it in my
Fefe.
mouth.
So speaking of hipsters, how did the hipster burn his mouth?
He ate the pizza.
before.
Oh, you being nice to that. You knew I knew I'd say that.
All right.
Wait. How much does a hipster weigh?
How much?
In Instagram.
And with that, I think that ends the podcast.
Yes.
So thanks, and I think it's time for some wings.